One of our favorites, Margaritaville RV Resort at Lake Lanier Islands in Buford, Georgia. And this is our third year in a row to do what we refer to as Christmas camping at Margaritaville, and we always just have a wonderful time. As I've mentioned in my previous video, one of the attractions for this RV resort for us is that we do have annual passes for the water park and the other fun stuff that they have, so it only makes sense to come over here and camp for Christmas in December. So it's always very clean. The place is immaculate. I kind of reviewed most of the campground area in my previous video, and I did find out they are working on installing a pool, which is nice. Now, since we camped there last time, they did open this new section that does feel a little more woodsy, a little more rustic, I guess. Most people would kind of think of as camping at Lake Lanier. It is a little closer to the water. Less of the sites are paved, which is nice. And we're thinking about giving this new area a try when we come back maybe in the spring. And the views of the lake were great again, and it was just a wonderful camping trip.
All right, we are headed over to the water park / carnival area, and we got a license to chill, and we're going to ride some carnival rides before some possible weather gets here this afternoon. There's lots of fun things to do over in that area. They have snow tubing, and they have lots of carnival rides. Of course, Santa Claus is there, and they have a gift shop and a couple of places where you can get some food and drink, and it's a neat little area, and that's where we're going to head to right now.
So in my previous video, I kind of featured the water park and those fun things that they have to offer. So in the wintertime, that whole area is kind of transformed into a winter area, and they have an area where kids can play in the snow, which is always popular. Remember to bring some gloves. And then they have tons of different rides, carnival rides set up that my kids just absolutely love. We were able to do this Friday night of our trip, and also we were able to go back on Saturday and take in some more of the fun. A lot of good rides. It's always a good time over there. They also have ice skating rink set up. We didn't partake in that, but a lot of people enjoy the ice skating. Of course, there's vendors set up where you can get some goodies and snacks. And then on the other side of this area is where they have their magical nights of lights. It used to be a drive-through experience. They've changed it last year and this year to more of a walk-through experience. It is really pretty. I'll be honest, we probably would not pay the extra to walk through the lights if we didn't already have our season passes, because you can kind of see all the lights from the beach area without paying to walk through, so it doesn't really quite seem worth it to us, but to each his own. It is really pretty. And of course, no trip to Margaritaville would be complete for us unless we do stop over at Landshark Bar and Grill. I mentioned it last time, but I didn't really show any pictures of the food. They have some great burgers, and they have a taco nacho appetizer that we really like. But it's a good experience, and the food is very good. And one of the more popular things that they offer in the Snow Island section is the snow tubing. It definitely has the longest wait of any of the attractions in that whole area, but it is fun. And let me tell you, it's a pretty long ride, and you build up some speed for sure. It's fun. But again, you can buy a daily pass for all of the carnival attractions. You can buy a one-time fee to walk through the Nights of Lights, or you can get a combo pass, which I think saves a little bit of money if you decide to do both. Also, one other thing while you're there, if you don't have one of your own, I do recommend renting a golf cart. It's $60 a day, but it really comes in handy going back and forth. But all in all, another great camping trip at Margaritaville RV Resort. We already have reservations to go back there next spring. And like I said, it's one of our favorites. So we had another great weekend trip at Margaritaville RV Resort at Lanier Islands in Buford, Georgia. One thing I want to point out, because this was something, unfortunately, that was not fun about our experience packing up and getting out of here today. This park does cater, I feel like, more to larger campers, fifth wheels, motorhomes, and we have I would say, a smaller travel trailer that's a little lower to the ground. So the problem we had when we were trying to empty our tanks before we left, the sewage hookup at our site was actually higher than the sewer outlet of the camper. So getting gravity to do its job was kind of a pain. I actually had to pull the camper up a little bit in the site and then hook up and try to dump it. So just be aware of that. Some of these sewage hookups at the sites weren't really thought out all that well about where they are, and they stick out of the ground a good ways, so it just can create a problem. But not that big a deal, and we had a great trip. So I hope you enjoy the video, and please subscribe to the channel and click like on this video if you are so inclined, and I appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.